This is a historic moment. Historic not for the present, but for the future of India. And I hope this court is not silent. They cannot possibly justify it unless there is some new jurisprudence that comes to light that they can do what they like as long as they have the majority.
See how Sheikh Abdullah puts it. He says these days, economic interests and the community of political ideas more appropriately influence the policies of state.
Absolutely, absolutely.
He had the vision in 1951 when he was speaking about the importance of economic interest, which is what the world is talking about today.
What you then do is Parliament is exercising power as a legislature, and Parliament is exercising powers under 356 as well. Correct, Manoj? And as a legislature of the state, let's assume, the state had to convert itself into a constituent assembly in terms of 373.
I think what they believed was they proceeded on a particular hypothesis that consultation with the Constituent Assembly is necessary.
That's right.
So therefore they said that all right, we are now going to replace the word Constituent Assembly by the word Legislative Assembly, which they sought to achieve by amending the Constitution.
No, it's a recommendation of the Constituent. It's not just converting it. You can't.
The first step was to amend the Constitution.
Yeah, you recommend it to yourself because you have a political objective to recommend it, and Manoj, you take the decision yourself.
Yes.
This is a very problematic, Manoj. And see the consequences of this. That means through an executive order, you can change any provision of the Constitution because you have majority. But this majoritarian culture cannot destroy the edifice of what our forefathers gave us.
So your argument, therefore, is that you cannot exercise the power under 356 to amend the Constitution.
Exactly.
That point you...
That's right. And they cannot possibly justify it unless there is some new jurisprudence that comes to light that they can do what they like as long as they have the majority. The voice of the people of Jammu and Kashmir. Where is the voice of representative democracy? 5 years have passed. Have you heard, Manoj? Any representative form of government? And you convert a whole state, Manoj, this way all of India can be converted. This power is given. And Manoj, the proviso said you have to take the consent. You do away with that through an executive act. You don't even take their views. You become the legislature yourself. So where do we stand, Manoj? We stand at a situation where, Manoj, though the Constitution is a political document, its provisions can't be manipulated and maneuvered for political ends. It cannot be. That's not how you interpret a constitution. It is a political document, but you cannot politically misuse it and maneuver it and manipulate it, which is what has been done. And even when there is a clash of arms, the law is never silent. The law is not concerned with that. The court is never silent. And whenever the court has been silent, the consequences have been disastrous. It's time for your lordships. And Manoj, what is a constitution? A constitution is a set of values. Values on the basis of which people will represent themselves and their voice will be heard. If you, through such executive acts, silence the voice of the people, what is left of democracy? And all that I can say to your lordships is that this is a historic moment. Historic not for the present, but for the future of India. And I hope this court is not silent.
Historical